in the last decade or so, there has been incredible acknowledgement of the divine feminine. And there have been countless intuitively channeled messages about the divine feminine and about how the divine feminine is rising. And we see it through all kinds of cultural lenses. We see it through the Me Too movement. We see it through the recognition of Mary Magdalene as being a powerful being unto herself, and perhaps being a leader of Jesus, as well as a follower of Jesus, someone who could interpret his messages. And the rise of the divine feminine really doesn't have anything to do with women, although of course it does. But it's not about physiology. It's about the feminine aspect of us all. So it's not just women who rise with the divine feminine. It's humanity that rises with the divine feminine. Because 50% of our spirit and our soul rises. And that imbalance that has existed for so many thousands of years begins to even itself out. And because of this, because of the need for balance, I have been sensing lately a great rising of the divine masculine as well. For how could the divine masculine not rise if the divine feminine is rising? God is all. God is female. God is male. God is plant. God is animal. God is sentient. God is non-sentient. God is the unified energy of all of us. And within that is divine feminine and divine masculine. And in order for one to rise, the other has to rise as well. And what do we mean by rise? We mean find balance in this current iteration of existence that we have. We mean being visible, being seen, being appreciated, having our qualities recognized. And when I say our, I mean all of us, not just female or male. But in order for us to have success as a species, in order for us to ascend and to evolve beyond the limitations that we have now, we must find this balance. It's a necessity. And it's happening. It's happening with the divine feminine. And now it is happening with the divine masculine as well. I feel it so clearly, particularly this week. And of course, the masculine has led politics and led culture and led humanity for the same thousands of years that the feminine has been subverted. But this isn't about physical conquering. This is about the spiritual. Again, this is about the internal. And so I have as much divine feminine as a man does. I have as much divine masculine as a man does, and vice versa. A man has as much divine feminine as I do. It's the qualities within us that equate with the qualities of the feminine or the masculine. And the masculine has been equally as subverted as the feminine. Perhaps not in the physical plane, but spiritually, the masculine has been subverted. The masculine has been asked not to feel, to fight, has been asked to control, has been asked to fit into a box that isn't fair to ask the masculine to fit into. And that has been projected upon the men of our society. Just as the expectation of perfection and good nature and responsibility for certain aspects of life that we didn't ask for has been projected upon the feminine, as well as violence. But violence has been projected upon both men and women in this society. And I really believe it's because of this imbalance that is now evening out. The divine masculine is rising and allowing all of us to be in touch with the masculine aspect of experiencing emotion. And we all have it. Men have it more, perhaps. They have their own way of processing emotion, but it has been subverted for so long that they haven't had a grasp on it, generally speaking. And it's being welcomed now. Men are being allowed to feel now. We need to teach our children, our male children, to feel rather than to subvert those feelings. Women have been getting more in touch with expressing emotion in a different way as well, in a masculine way, in a controlled way, not in a way that limits the expression of emotion, but rather in a way that doesn't allow for attack on the other when it comes to expressing emotion. So it's feeling and being rather than throwing feeling at someone else. And women and men are accessing this part of ourselves, and this is part of the rising of both the divine feminine and the divine masculine. And we're coming to a place which will find our internal life more balanced, more peaceful, more harmonic, and which will disallow the need for violence, because the internal will have that balance that it doesn't have right now. And so I welcome the rising of the divine masculine. I call in the rising of the divine masculine. I'm grateful for the divine masculine. And I ask that both divine masculine and the divine feminine be given room to expand and become whole in the face of what we are looking to in the future.